An impromptu pop in. Hello, all you lovely viewers. I had a viewer named Jill who said that she loved my work, but hates that I say hi, YouTube. So I'm not going to say hi, YouTube anymore. I wish this was the 60s and it was like a romper room and I had the magic mirror and I could look into the magic mirror and call all of you by name, each of you by name. Obviously, that's not a thing. But Jill, I see you, I hear you, and I will no longer say, hi, YouTube. I'll say instead, welcome uh, to all of you who are here. So this is impromptu. You can hear from my voice, which is particularly smoky, we'll call it, even though I don't smoke. Um, I wanted to look at this whole TikTok thing again. Word on the street has it that Elon Musk is thinking of buying it. Now, of course, you can't buy something that's not for sale. He would pay, they say, 40 to 50 billion dollars. That is around the amount that he paid for Twitter, which he has seemingly, you know, driven into the ground. So I want to look at that, but there's another platform, and I can't, I don't have the Chinese name, but the American translation, of course, is Red Note. This is another Chinese platform. And word on the street is that uh, if Twitter, I mean, if TikTok ends up getting banned, which the Supreme Court has said will be a thing, um, will people go to this other Chinese platform called Red Note? And if they go to Red Note, well, will that be as problematic as TikTok? If you remember, the issue with TikTok is that American authorities were worried about spying, Chinese spying on American citizens, because Americans are very free with their information. That they give to these sites. And so it could be used as a spying tool. There's a lot of theorizing that TikTok has been used as a spying tool. So what would be, would not Red Note then face the same kind of accusation? That's the question. So I'm trying to think of how I want to look at this. I know that I want to use the stars to represent the platform because that card, among other things, is the card for internet and social media and all that kind of communication. So I think let's look first at um, Musk. Remember, he may offer 40 to 50 billion, but if no one's selling, then no one's buying. So let's look at him. I'll use the young man card for him. I always do because he has that immature, impetuous, thoughtless energy that young men can sometimes exhibit. And we're gonna look for Musk, and we're gonna look at him in relation to a sale, a purchase of TikTok. Can he save TikTok? Will he save TikTok? Okay, so we're looking for Musk. And he will be the young man. Here he is. Now, let me say too, there may be people out there saying, oh my God, please, yes, Musk, buy it. Please do that because then we can keep it and stay on it and all the rest. But, then there's that little problem of monopoly and him owning, well, he owns the incoming president of the United States, entertainment purposes only, allegedly. Is he now going to own, you know, and he owns Twitter? Is he going to now also own TikTok? And what would that mean? But at any rate, this is the question I'm asking is, will a sale be something that the Chinese want in the first place to Musk? So we have the dog, we have the heart, here's Musk, we have the fox, and we have the clouds. And I'm going to say that because of the fox and the clouds, you know, listen, he would love to be perceived by the American public, whom he's insulted in many ways already, right? As a friend. This is the card for that. Someone who saves the day and that they will love him. That's what he would be thinking if he were contemplating the sale. He's the one in the middle, but look what the two cards are at the end. We have the fox and the clouds. The fox is a card for trickery, deception, theft, you know, up to no good. And then we have clouds, and those are doubts. And I suspect that there will be a lot of turned heads if the Chinese chose to sell it to Musk. And I don't know that the Chinese are interested in Musk's monopolizing of everything either. I think there's too many people who mistrust Musk for him to be a viable buyer of TikTok. So I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think so. Now, let's look at Red Note. Remember, Red Note is that other Chinese platform that people can access now. People, Americans, are flocking to this Chinese platform. Is it going to be the answer? Because you know, you've got a lot of people saying, "Oh, well, you know, I don't like to be this platform, that platform. Where do I go?" Um, People are looking for new spaces. Personally, I love YouTube. I'm just saying. But, you know, people are looking for other spaces because other spaces do other things than what we can do here on YouTube. Um, so is Red Note going to be the panacea, the answer to this uh, blow of losing TikTok, which we will do? Okay, so I'm going to use, it's called Red Note, but I'm going to use the stars, and that will stand for that platform, Red Note. What is the future of Red Note in light of the banning of TikTok? What is the future of Red Note as a replacement for uh, TikTok in the American market? And we're looking for the stars. Did I pass it? No. Okay. So here, this stands for Red Note. That's that new Chinese platform that everybody's flocking to. Look at this. We have the fox again. That's interesting. And then what else do we have? Okay, so I might pull clarifiers, but for now, we have the house, the fox. This is Red Note, the bear, and Clover. I mean, you know, if Musk is able to buy TikTok, he'd probably ruin it, just like he ruined Twitter. Um, and it would become another um, administration organ, tool. So, but listen, we have the house, and I can uh, mirror the house with the last card, which is the clover. So to me, I think a lot of people will find a home on a Red Note. They'll like it there. They'll be happy. They'll just transfer their allegiance from TikTok to Red Note. Now, but we have this fox and we have it mirrored with this bear. Remember that 45's got his own platforms that not that anybody goes on them, but I guess a lot of people do. This feels like my card for 45 still. And then we've got this Fox card. So I think that he would want some sort of piece of Red Note. Like, okay, you can keep your American audience, but you have to give me X. He's always trying to make a deal that suits him. If he knows that there's something that you want, well, he'll set the price and make you pay it. So I'm going to say that although people will think that Red Note is an easy fix, watch 45 somehow get embroiled in that. Um, Cause a problem with the Chinese and say, yeah, no, that's a problem too, that platform. So, speaking of tariffs, if you want an American audience, you have to pay me X amount of money to keep that American audience. So I think there could be problems. But, in the interim, I think it will prove to be an acceptable alternative to the TikTok audience. They will go to Red Note. Let me pull some clarifiers on this and I'll let you watch. Sorry about my voice. Kind of hurts to use it, but I didn't want the opportunity to pass me by to not jump on this question. So what the spread is looking at the future of Red Note in the US. Okay. So remember that our original cards were the house, the fox, the star that stands for Red Note, that platform, the bear, and clover. Okay. So let's look at these clarifiers. So the clarifiers for the house are the lily, the book, and the mountain. People will say, "Oh, this is so great. We're calm now. We were worried about where we were going to go, what we were going to do as Americans who use TikTok, and now we see we can go to Red Note, so all is well. Everything's fine." That's what they originally think. But I don't think that the can of worms that Red Note will become is anything anybody understands. And having this mountain here feels very much like a portent. In other words, you know, TikTok was banned. What's to say Red Note won't be the next thing banned? And if they don't meet 45's terms, you know, so just it's for people to beware. Don't get so comfortable and think that this will be the panacea, because ultimately I don't think it is. Next card in our original line was the fox. Then we have this older woman, the child, and the fish. Um, I can see the powers that be saying, you know what, let's just sit in this yin way and let this migration happen, this audience migration. We'll just sit back and let it happen. Um, it's something new. And let's think about how we can make money from this. The fox mirrors the fish. And I just think this is the 45's administration saying, how can I slap a tariff on Red Note? I mean, I know it's not an import, but it's kind of an import because, Americans are using this Chinese product. I think he will want to see how he can make money from this. Either he or Musk will try to do that. If Musk doesn't buy um, TikTok, if he's unable to because China won't sell it, he may try to get his hand in some way with Red Note. But it's all about the money, all about the Benjamins. And I think that the wily powers that be in this new administration will try to see how they can um, make money from this. Okay, this is Red Note itself. We have the whip, we have 45, and we have the letter. Remember what I said? And here it is. This is right in the center. This stands for that platform, Red Note, that people are migrating to from TikTok, which will be no more, right? 45 will make an issue out of it. And I think he will say, well, we need to get a piece of this, that our government needs to get a piece of this. This is about arguments. This is 45. And think of this as, you know, deals or the conditions of the sort of tariff-like arrangements that he'll want to put in place. All right. Then we have in our next card in our original line, the bear. We have sun, tower, and cross. Again, I think this is 45 saying, listen, either play ball so that everybody's happy and America makes money, or I make money, the government makes money, on this deal, or, we can have the Supreme Court nix that too, right? We can have the House, the Senate, whoever it is, put a stop to people using Red Note too. Play ball with us, or we can make it disappear just like we made TikTok disappear. Everything is opportunistic, right, with this incoming administration. And then we have Clover, Rider, Heart, and then there's one more card. So this is the people saying, oh my God, this is so great. We thought we were jammed up. We didn't have a platform to go to. And now we do. So it's like Christmas, right? It's like winning the lottery. Let's all go to Red Note. The message is that they love it. But look at the last card, the snake. Again, I wanted to see, what I'm looking for is, will Red Note be the panacea that everybody's thinking that it will be? I don't think so. And I specifically don't think so because of 45 wanting to get every nickel and dime he can out of every foreign government, and China will be no exception, right? I mean, and now if our alternative is Musk buying TikTok, well, again, that's fraught with its own problems, and it's not for sale. It's not for sale, period, full stop. So I think we can kiss TikTok goodbye. Red Note will seem really good. There's probably the same exact dangers in terms of spying worries that there are with TikTok with Red Note. But 45 will want to make a deal so that he, some kind of way, um, makes money off of this if he lets that organization or that entity, that platform, Red Note, take the place of TikTok. So I would say, go there if you want, but don't get too comfortable because I think 45 will make it difficult for American users to use it. And I think China will play hardball, as they have done with TikTok because they've not wanted to sell. And so enjoy it while you can, because I think this is going to be way more of a can of worms than on the face of it seems to be. So interesting, right? Nothing is ever clean cut and simple. And we will see that is increasingly the case as we move forward. Okay, that's it for me. I'm going to go rest my voice so that I can live to come and see you another day. And Jill and all of you, have a good night. Take care.